Great dude once told me, man, don't be afraid to invest in yourself. That's all you're doing. Like my man said, if your gear is fresher than your music, you have to reinvest in that music, and I promise you, the gear will come second with the hot songs. That'll be something that you least have to do. Once you start making that money, yourself.
You don't have to spend all this super bread on stuff and all this red monkey and all this stuff. All this stuff is cool, but when it comes down to it, you gotta have your music right, but you still wanna have that look of an artist. I go to a lot of showcases in Alabama and places like that, and I'm on stage and I'm looking on stage and I don't see no superstar status. I don't see no kind of look. Don't know who's the artist and who's the homeboys. You know what I'm saying? That's a problem because you don't stand out. If labels there, you don't stand out. So you just gotta, and that comes with direction and having somebody that knows how to work through that situation and get you to the point to where you know where to spend your money at. But definitely in tracks and stuff, that's where you definitely want to spend your money. Next discussion, which is big, I think last time I was in Florida for a seminar, we spoke on the name of this topic is major release versus the independent release. Major release versus the independent release. On the independent side of things, anybody, all y'all know it's easy to get into the game right now. Proper financing and good money management, anybody can start a label, independent label, and have something to do with some artists and to make something happen. And majority of people gonna start independent because it's typically easy. You get your company name and go buy some chains and do all that, and however y'all feel.
This dude right here can be spitting all he wants to, but if this dude come out with a stupid song talking about my pain, like just a commercial song, and he dropped this song, and tomorrow another dude will come out with another hot song. It's like they just want the hot stuff. Like they don't want nothing, they don't want no time, they want to deal with what's hot now.
That's the main thing. They just want. It really don't matter. A lot of people got mad at like Soulja Boy and stuff, but I don't think it matter about what even the song is about. You went outside and saw some ants outside, you made a song about ants, and it was hot, and people liked it. That's all the label's gonna care about. They don't care about your following, how much money they want that dollar right off the jump.
They worry about the people.
Yeah.
It ain't you. You know what I'm saying? It's the way the generation is.
You can have a hard track where you speaking just that real like me. Lupe Fiasco just got when he got his deal, and you couldn't turn on the TV without hearing that Superstar song, and I feel like that was a credible song as far as hip hop goes. Soulja Boy was on the same channel right after his song went off, so it's like I used to get mad at like Nelly when Nelly came out, like, man, this is whack, you know what I'm saying? I rap better than this, but really that's not whack. That's his lane. You gotta find your own lane. And that's the most important thing as an artist is to remember that it's about talent, but it's really about what you do with it, your following. No label ain't gonna sign. You can have the hottest song that you think is hot, but if people don't think it's hot, they can't make it.
I see what you're saying. Like when you talk about like flyers, cause I'm a promoter myself, you know what I'm saying? And when you promote, you know what I'm saying? So like a win-lose situation till you get your brand name out there. Like really, like just from promoting and stuff like flyers, they don't get people to your party. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a visual image. You know what I'm saying? It's really not like I can go, you know what I'm saying? If I go book out a Plush Club in Memphis and throw a party, you know what I'm saying? And they don't know who I am, they don't know who A-List Entertainment, they might look at DJ Weezy because I do, because I'm from Memphis, but they're not gonna really come. You know what I'm saying? It's the brand, it's your brand. So, and then they all come with your music gotta be hot first, of course your music gotta be hot, your music hot, people gonna ask that. That's just how it is. Like me being a DJ and starting up Club Nocturno on Saturdays, we went through like tough times. To have my street team right there. Took us like 2-3 months to build it up to where it is now. Now we get like 800 to 1,000 people. Just people coming out, you know what I'm saying, every week, you know what I'm saying, you gotta build it up and people go by, who they know and who they mess with, you know what I'm saying? Like you could put $1,000 on radio and they don't know the person, they're not gonna come to your party. I ain't seen it a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? They gotta know who you is about you being hot, and then when you there for for them little people that come, the 25 people, when you perform, you do your best like it's like 1,000 people in there. That's why when I go and I DJ, when it was those 25 people in Nocturne on Saturday, I DJ, killed it, you know what I'm saying? Like coming back and they tell their friends, you know what I'm saying? And they tell their friends, you know what I'm saying? You might have to go out and give out passes, you know what I'm saying? Free pass to people, you know what I'm saying? Get everybody to come. And when they come, you give them a good time, you give them the experience, you know what I'm saying? So when you give them experience, they come back and they keep coming back constantly and start building
Kind
up.
of things
You know what I'm saying?
of releasing the album, as y'all know, his music has changed right now. In the 90s, it was, you could be out at that gas station on that corner and probably do 2,000 or 3,000 units. So how many of y'all know that's been changed? It ain't that type of situation no more, and that's sad, but music and the business has changed, and that's another thing I really want to show people, is that I go to gas stations all the time, man. There's a dude out there selling CDs, and I stand up there and talk with him, and my thing was, this past summer, it happened a couple times, and this guy, I was like, how much are CDs, man? He said, $5. I said, look up there, the gas sign. The gas sign was $5. I said, so what reason do I have to buy your CD rather than putting gas in the car? And, you know, he was stuck, you know, but it's a real question. I wasn't disrespecting him, but, you know, it's a logical question. And I said, so what reason do I have to buy your CD? I said, do you have any singles? What do you have out? I said, man, you know, I got such producing, and I got this feature. I said, okay, so if I don't know those people, why would I buy your CD still? And, you know, he was stuck. But I went on to explain to him that, you know, if you're an independent artist, you gotta be smart. You gotta grind smart, and a lot of people grinding hard, but they're not doing it smart. And releasing a CD at this point in time is not even a thing. The big thing these days is obviously the downloads, and it's working singles. That's what I believe in. That's how it works. And everybody will have their own opinions on that. I'm sure the guys on the panel have their other opinions of how the independent releases work. It's real different now.
As far as like local independent artists, you know, what do you do to make people come out and support you when you do a show? Because, you know, like Nashville had a problem with supporting each other.
Everywhere.
This brother right here, he's from Chicago. He told me in Chicago, local artists, they don't even really like support each other. But then on the two major places, New York and like Atlanta, you go to underground, that's all this popular underground music. So I think, well, my question is, how would you turn it, help that transition? Because you have people who already laid foundations, like John Smith, Taylor, Latham, and all these guys. They've already laid like a foundation, but it hasn't picked up a complete following. How would you turn that underground music and get that underground music to the people? Make them want to believe in your local artists. Because that's who we do it for, is for the people. But how do we get the people? We might sell 100 CDs on a day, but then when we put out a show, they 100 people where are they at?
Yeah. Well, the question is on that is, well, the answer is you marketing yourself. Who knows you? Everybody wants somebody to come to their show. Man, come to my show. You got the homeboys coming, but what about that person that you can look out there and don't know, that's got a shirt on that says your name on it? Or, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, or some gear that you got. It's about marketing yourself. People not gonna come out and see you if they don't know you.